hauling cost at iba pang mga cost. So naging mas near actual, no? Hindi pa siya actual but near actual na po yung cost nila at in-apply ho namin yan to all 20,000 projects. So ang resulta ng na savings na nakuha ho natin ay 20.7 billion pesos. So confident po ako sabihin na wala nang overpriced na materyales sa loob po nitong budget na ito. Yes, Senator
Mr.
Kiko.
Chairman, just to backtrack a bit, kung maalala natin, nung pinatawag natin dito si Secretary Vince Dizon, sabi niya, tinatanggap niya dun sa hearing na overpriced nga yung mga cost of materials. And dahil overpriced, sinabi niya, babaan ninyo sa Senado sa hearing at tayo naman ay gumawa ng computation base sa mga sinabmit nila at nauwi dito sa estima na 45 billion sa local projects ang dapat tapyasan. After that, bumalik sa atin ang DPWH at sinasabing, teka muna, ibalik ninyo sa 45 dahil mali ang computation, hindi 45 billion. In fact, sabi nila, at dahil pag kinaltas ang 45 billion, nagpaliwanag sila rito, may mga proyektong hindi maimplementa dahil nagkamali. In fact, they sent us a letter the other day acknowledging that there was an error in the computation. And after which, it was agreed that they would submit a new computation. And this is the new computation which validates and vindicates the Senate's position that indeed malaki ang dapat tapyasin. At nung kinumpute nila, sinama na rin yung hauling, ibig sabihin yung tracking, logistics ng materyales nakasama dapat sa costing. Ayun, lumalabas hindi 45 kung hindi 20.7 ang overprice. So, yun ang dapat natin ngayong tapyasin at para matugunan yung tamang computation. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Kayo, Senator Kiko, at yun naman po yung makikita ho natin pagbasa ho nyo na may mga mas maliliit na amounts dahil ito po yung application na ng 20.7 billion pesos. At ang kagandahan ho dito, ang proposal po ng ating mga senador, lalo na si Senator Loren, si Senator Pia Cayetano, Senator Risa, ang proposal ho nila, ilagay ho natin sa PhilHealth. No, dahil ang national government ay hindi ho nagre-remit ho ng tama sa PhilHealth. Dapat po ang remittance ng PhilHealth for 2026 is 69 million pesos, 69.7 billion pesos. Ang na-remit lang ho o i-remit o ibibigay lang ho natin through the GAA is 53.2 billion pesos. May 16.5 billion pesos na kulang. At alam ko si Senator Loren very consistent dito. Si Senator Pia, Senator Risa, yung tatlong Marias, very consistent sa na dapat ibigay sa PhilHealth. So ngayon, yung natipid ho nating 20.7 billion, 16.2 billion doon ay ilalagay po sa 16.5, sorry. Medyo ano na ho. 16.5 billion ilalagay po sa PhilHealth. Inatitira naman po na 4.2 billion dahil po maraming mga lugar ang nasalanta, marami po tayong mga lugar na tinamaan po ng bagyo or earthquake, ilalagay naman po yung 4.2 additional sa NDREAM Fund. No? Para po matulungan ho natin yung mga kababayan natin na nasalanta po ng bagyo at ng lindol. So yung natipid, yes.
Chairman, para lang doon sa mga nakikinig, ano yung NDREAM? National Disaster. Oh yes. Kasi baka sabihin nila, ano yung NDREAM Fund?
Batas namin ni Sir
Senwin, for the record lang po, the proposal to put in the remainder sa NDRRMF that emanated from the House as well po. So it's a shared discussion po. Opo. Just wanted, for the record po, kasi maganda po na kombinasyon po siya ng PhilHealth at ng NDRRMF para po sa calamity response. So we also believe similarly we share the view alam naman, lahat po tayo dito, we share the view that if ever tatapisin po to sa DPWH, kailangan maganda po yung patutunguhan noong tinapyas natin. And the common belief is, una nga po, we agree po with Senator Lauren, magandang idea po yung PhilHealth. And yung susunod po, yung NDRRMF, yung Calamity Fund po.
I would like to thank the chair, both chairs actually. This is not a decision of one or two senators. It's a decision of Congress, House of Representatives, and the Senate. First, we acknowledge and are grateful to the House of Representatives for putting in the HGAB the 60 billion which came from the 2024 cut of the DOF. So nandyan na sa HGAB na nasa Senate version. Ang pinapag-usapan natin ngayon na dadagdagan ng 16.5 billion ay yung NEP na 53 billion na ayon sa sin tax law ay kulang ng 16.5. At yun ang aming palaging sinasabi sa plenaryo. Salamat sa dalawang chair na nag-agree, nag-meeting of the minds ang dalawang bicameral panel na yung buong 16.5 kasama ang 53 billion sa National Expenditure Program para sa 2026 earmarked allocation mula sa sin tax law ay buo. Hindi gaya ng ibang taon na hindi buo. I think in many years, ngayon lang po mabubuo ang pagpondo sa PhilHealth ayon sa tamang komputasyon sa sin tax law. Salamat sa dalawang bicameral panel, lalo na sa ating dalawang napakasipag na chair. Ulitin ko po, GAA 2026 ay buo po ang alokasyon ng PhilHealth mula po sa sin tax at nandiyan na po yung bayad utang ng DOF na linigay po ng HGAB ng House. Sila po naglagay ng 60 billion. May kulang pa, pero siguro lahat ng kulang pwede i-compute. Ito yung mga nakaraang taong kulang yung sin tax allocation. Pwede yan sa NEP ng 2027. Sana ibuo na po ng DBM o sa NEP pa lang ng 2027 para hindi ganitong sa BICAM next year tayo naman maghahanap ng source. Kasi karapat dapat lang dahil batas yan, sin tax law ay nandyan na, nakolekta na eh. Nandun man sa treasury eh. So yun siguro sa ating oversight function dahil nagkasundo tayo na gusto natin magkita ng 1-1 sa oversight committee, i-compel natin ang DBM na pondohan na po sa NEP pa lang. Yan. Pero I'm grateful to the Senate Chair, to the House Chair. This is really unprecedented that GAA 2026 will carry the full allocation of PhilHealth 53.16.5. That is, Mr. Mathematician, how much is the total? 53 plus 16.5 plus 60, right? Okay, the PSI graduate will tell me on record. Yes, so I just know it's 53, 16.5, and 60. Okay, i-mental math po ninyo. Yun po. Pangalawa, yung tinatanong po ni Senator Kiko tungkol sa NDREAM. Ito po yung National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Fund na pondo ayon na rin sa 2010 law sa NDREAM law na pinaggagamitan ng pagtulong sa mga naapektuhan ng mga calamities gaya ng mga bagyo, ng pati naman ng earthquake at gano'n. So magandang linakihan ng NDREAM dahil ang NDREAM fund din ang nagiging source sa pag-replenish ng quick response fund ng mga ahensya ng gobyerno na kailangan ng QRF, Quick Response Fund. So that's my answer to your question. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you. Sorry, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just to manifest, maliwanag kasi sa Senate, and we are thankful that the House has agreed that there was an admission of overprice of the cost of materials, and we just could not ignore and go ahead with returning the budget that was the amounts, to restore the amounts of the item wherein the admission of overprice was on record. And therefore, to correct that, we had to go through the recomputation of the actual amounts and the correct amounts. And as I said, the bicameral conference committee is now vindicated, that we have identified 20.7 billion as amounts that are in excess of what is required based on the estimates. And therefore, let it not be said that when we saw an anomalous situation wherein an admission of overprice was on record, that we did not act, that we corrected it. And that's precisely why we have this 20.7 billion reduction in the original estimates. For the record.
Thank you, Senator Kiko, for that. And masasabi na natin ngayon, kampante tayo pag pumerma tayo dito sa budget na ito, na wala ng overpriced materials. No? Dahil ito ay binawasan na natin to a tune of 20.7 billion pesos. At yung bawas po natin, nalagay pa natin sa PhilHealth para po wala na talagang para yung mga kababayan natin na pupunta po sa mga ospital at gagamitin po yung kanilang PhilHealth, mas mataas na yung makukuha nilang subsidiya at mas mababa na o halos wala na siguro silang babayaran sa mga ospital. Pagdating naman po sa NDREAM o yung pondo na ginagamit para tumulong po sa mga tinamaan po ng bagyo o ng lindol, meron na rin pong pwede pagkuhaan. No? So nakikita natin na marami pong magagawa kung nakakatipid ho tayo.
Senwin, before we proceed with the Senate's run-through of the final numbers, after we apply the 20.77 billion in updated, adjusted cost reductions in DPWH, siguro gusto ko lang po mag-manifest sa parte po ng delegasyon ng Kamara, also on behalf of the House leadership with regard to the development. Tulad nga po ng binanggit ng ating mga kasama ngayong araw sa ating pong mga kagalang-galang na senador, it's really a joining of the minds. It took a long time and a lot of thought for us to go into this agreement. Siguro po kasi dalawa po yung gusto nating balansehin. On one hand, we all recognize the need to reduce the overpriced components in the projects of DPWH. Siguro po nung talakayan natin noong linggo, yun po yung talagang sinet natin na konteksto na lahat po tayo ay recognize, may pagkilala na meron pong overpriced na component sa presyo ng mga nakapaloob doon po sa budget. So that's one. And ang paniniwala po nating lahat, kailangan pong tanggalin yon one way or another, either in the budget stage or in the implementation stage. So yun po yung una natin na gustong balansehin. On the other hand, the other aspect that we want to balance is we want to make sure the projects are implementable. And with the reduction applied by the new exercise of adjusting the adjustment factors, we are able to lessen the number of projects that are rendered unimplementable. Yun po siguro kasi kung titignan natin in peso terms or percentage terms, yung dati po na application ay kasi po yung total the total amount affected by the CMPD reduction is at 406 billion, as we discussed last Sunday. And with the 46 billion reduction that was first proposed, that would be an average of 11.3% of total reductions. With the updated adjustment, that goes down to 5.12%. Because 20.7 billion is 5.12% of 406. So, higit po sa kalahati yung ibinaba noong ating kinaltas sa mga projects. So, we trust the DPWH that hopefully, as they said in the letter, as Sec Bin said in the letter, these are almost true, as close to the actual as they can get. So, hopefully po, dahil bumaba na from 11.3% to 5.12% yung kakaltasin mula po sa mga proyekto. Sana po mas kumonte o mabawasan yung bilang ng mga proyekto na posibleng hindi ma-implement dahil po dito sa CMPD reduction. Siguro a few caveats if I may share. Again, as mentioned by Sec Vince, ideally, the CMPD reduction should be applied on a project-by-project basis. So hopefully, during the implementation stage, they will be able to do that. And that if ever there are projects, and whichever projects they identify as unimplementable, the DPWH can do modifications on those to make sure that those projects still become implementable. Kasi po, tulad po ng nabanggit namin noong linggo, gusto po namin as much as possible, hindi po magkaroon noong negative impact ng unimplementable projects. Tulad po ng mga nabanggit namin, una, posible pong magkaroon ito ng malaking epekto sa ating ekonomiya. It will hit our infrastructure spending, and that would have a detrimental effect to our GDP growth. So hopefully, with this, we're able to lessen and minimize that. Tulad po na nabanggit namin, yung unimplementable projects, posible pong magkaroon ng effect doon po sa employment. Marami pong mawawalan ng trabaho, lalo na po yung mga construction workers natin na talagang umaasa po sa pang-araw-araw na pangangailangan nila doon po sa kanilang pang-araw-araw na sahod. So hopefully, again, with this, we lessen the impact in terms of job losses. Third, yung multiplier effect po. Kasi yung magiging epekto din po ng unimplementable projects ay mawawalan po ng kita yung mga negosyo, yung mga nagbebenta po ng materyales, yung mga hardware. So may multiplier effect din po nun. So hopefully with this reduction, sana po ma-minimize din po yung impact to businesses. And of course, dahil po mas konti na yung mga projects na maging unimplementable at iiwasan po talaga ito, mas mapapakinabangan na po na ating mga kababayan yung mga proyekto dahil maipapagawa na po natin ito sa taong 2026. So that's what we're hoping with the big reduction in the percentage applied from 11.3% to 5.12%. Hopefully, we're able to minimize the negative impact, if any, of the unimplementability of the projects as a result of the CMPD reduction. At aasa po tayo doon po sa sinasabi ni Sec Vince, meron naman po sa general provision na magagawa po tayo ng modification para kung ano man po yung mga maging unimplementable ay i-modify para maging implementable. And on the part of the House, again, this has been mentioned several times. Isa po sa mga dahilan kung bakit po ito po ay napagkasunduan ay dahil po napagkasunduan po ng Kamara at ng Senado kung saan po natin ililipat yung 20.77 billion na atin pong tatanggalin, kakaltasin mula po sa budget ng DPWH. And the House agrees completely that the two projects, the two agencies that we've identified, those being PhilHealth and the NDRRMF or the Calamity Fund, are the two best candidates para po lipatan natin ng 20.77 billion. And I think all of these together allowed us to reach this agreement, and we believe this would allow us to deliver the best budget for the Filipino people. Tulad po na nabanggit nating lahat, a budget that is truly reflective of the needs of the people. Wala pong overpriced na components. Transparent po, malinaw lahat ng nakapaloob dito sa ating budget. At higit sa lahat, tulad po na sinabi ni Sen. Lauren, PhilHealth will be funded fully for the first time after so many years. We're able to put in an additional 16.5 billion, and we're able to put in an additional 4 billion pesos for the Calamity Fund. So yun na po, a manifestation on behalf of the House of Representatives. Again, this is democracy at work. Great minds working together for the common good and to reach an agreement. So maraming salamat po sa ating pong mga kasamahan. I would like to thank our good senators, our colleagues in the House for making this happen. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, ma'am. Pero hindi pa tayo tapos. Meron pa. Hindi ko pa nababasa yung sa Senate side. Hindi ko pa nababasa yung Senate side. So just bear with me for a few more hours. Hindi, minutes lang. Go. Minutes lang. Binibiro ko lang ho kayo. Alright, for Department of Public Works and Highways, General Administration and Support, 16.6 billion.